It's going to be more of a long-term play here, right? So in the short term, you have U.S., Europe, and China leading the charge. But what's going to carry the baton after that is India, Indonesia, Nigeria, these kind of populous countries, right? They're not there yet. But, companies are already fighting for these markets. India is the third biggest market in the world. They're still a little bit behind, especially in terms of EVs. And they're expected to ramp up in the next 5 to 7 years and potentially before, you never know. India just announced its ambition to become, net zero by 2070. So that's part of their push as well. I think it's a very clever move on behalf of both, Tesla and India here.
And not to be too on the nose, but obviously Tesla coming to India in a big way could supercharge their own EV ambitions. You just have to look at how they've been able to build out supercharger networks everywhere else. But from a production standpoint at the same time, because obviously so much gets made of their production capacity in China, the fact that it is incredibly low cost, that they've got the technical know-how, that everything's in place. How do you foresee India comparing on that front? Because, you can put all the gigafactories that we've seen already up against each other and say, you got Fremont, and that's generally speaking the US representation, and Texas and everything else, but China's where the cars that you make the most money actually are coming from. Can India compare if they were to build out a factory? Can we see a similar kind of conditions that we see in China?
I mean, absolutely. India is one of the big manufacturing hubs in the world. Maybe not so much in transportation, but they lead in many different industries, pharmaceuticals and others, technology, right? So I don't see why not India can be a leader in transportation as well, right? And when you compare labor in India compared to China, I think India is still a little cheaper. So as I said, next few years, you're going to want to keep pushing these prices down while keeping the quality of engineering, the quality of manufacturing up. And India is definitely a leading contender here.